with another update, man, on my Lcdaone Don Father record. I just typed in like my numbers, I think 7 songs in my notes. So I got about 7 songs. Well, I got about 9 songs all together already written, and I got like 4 more to write. And it's like I showed y'all in the video. I went over every chorus line for every song that I have so far. So it's like I'm off paper with the chorus lines, and now I'm just gonna start rehearsing and practicing more, and it just helps the flowing process when it's time for really when you start recording, and it helps to go smoother. In my opinion, I done this for my last 10 releases, and it's like I could say if you learn your lyrics, it'll help your recording process go a little smoother. And plus, it's like the authenticity of the music, with the sound and how you deliver. It comes off a little bit more better. Versus just reading off a pad or something, or reading off a notebook or something like that. So even though I got these written in my notes, I'm still gonna learn the verses. Because that's how I was going. Way back in the day, man. I'm talking about we was down there on 39th Street, down there at the South Park Mom, down there at Wentworth Garden. The same thing. We used to go out to Morgan Park, do the same thing. And it's like that's how we was taught, man. Learn your stuff before you go in the stew. Now, I'm looking at this one little cat right here. This guy right here. What's his name on YouTube? His name is Nick Myra. This guy right here. And one night, I caught this young fella, man. This dude was, showing how to do the music theory, and playing your playing chords, pretty much. And he showed me a easier way to do it. Like if you're not really like if you don't have your fingering down pat, on the keyboard. He said this is a way you can do it faster. This guy right here, whoever just came in, his name is Nick Myra. And if you go through his playlist, matter of fact, hold on. I'm gonna see if I can find a video real quick while I'm live before I go upstairs real quickly. Cause he taught me something, and it's like it did, it did help. Matter of fact, it did work. It did work, cause it's like, of course, this is hip hop, so it's like this is not no, like I told my lady, her father really was stressing the music theory. And he was saying you need to learn how to, play the scale, right? But this is hip hop, so you got to keep in mind that there is no real real formats on how you can go about doing like making a soundtrack, because it's hip hop. There's no real structure in it. You can make a beat from anything. Like you can be up in here like recording like this. Like way back in the day, we had this dude named Johnny King, and he was good. He was a singer, and he was up in here. He was just tapping on it. He was making a beat like that. He started singing to it. That's hip hop. You know what I'm saying? But even though he was an R&B act, it's still hip hop. I'm trying to find. Here go the video right here. Now he was saying how to master your chords pretty easy, and it's like this technique. He was, it's like he was saying that pretty much you playing from it's seven notes in your major scale, right? All right. C D E F G B A C, right? C D E F G B A C. Well, 8. And he was saying if you follow this rule, let's watch the video real quick. Let's pay attention to this rule. Y'all probably can see. I'm gonna show y'all just a little bit of what he gonna do. Look, and this is a reaction, so I'm gonna get a copyright. So, but anyway, what he's saying is, hold on. right, how to master the chords. And he was saying that if you do this particular way of playing your chords, if you making stuff like on the soundtrack or something like that, like on Fruit Loop or whatever, I mean on a program or something like that, it'll help with your melodies, okay? Because that's the main thing people have a lot of problems with. Me, in my opinion, still, I think playing your melodies out versus like how he just showed with this, how to do a chord, how to make some chords, playing it out versus like using a computer, the aggregator and stuff, if you use Fruit Loop. It's like it sounds too computerized. So if you're able to play it out, like if you hum anything out to me, like, or you could like I said, if you want to come up with a drum pattern, right? Like for instance, I'll come up with one right now. I could play that out, right? I could play it on my keyboard, slave in my keyboard through Fruity Loop, and then when I put it in Fruity Loop, I can actually arrange it, put breaks in it. I mean, well, chop up the drum or whatever, and have a 16 or whatever, a 32, however you want the pattern to be, right? But basically, you got to know how to play your chords. All right, so it's like if you come up with a good melody that's thinking of something, that's where this part comes in at, knowing how to play the chord on your instrument that'll help with your process because it's like you need a lead, whether it's a drum pattern or whatever, you know. And if anything, if you make somewhere you can flow to it, in my opinion, if you can flow to it, whether it's a drum pattern or just making like a regular chord or whatever, like a lead, it's like instrument, to lead you in. Um, if you can flow to it, then the rest is history. And you can fill it in, build around it, or whatever. So my battery about to die. So let's listen to what he's saying real quick before I get up out of here. Y'all pay attention. Watch this. This is all you need to know for music theory right here for mastering the keyboard or mastering the piano. Watch what he do. See that? It's really eight in your major scale. It's eight. C, D, E, F, G, B, A, C, right? So if you play the back end of it, like, starting off, C, D, E, that's in the front. Those are two sharps, okay? And then the back one, like if you look on the keyboard right here, y'all see how you got the two, one, two, three, four, five. That's your major scale right there. C, D, E, F, G, B, A, C. And then stop right there at the back and then just repeats over. Now, see how he did it? He said you take, he said you skip some notes. Oh, I can't pause it. He said you'll skip a note, and what the way I was doing, I would play the back part of that scale. Well, once he taught me this, I just started playing the back part of the scale, so I just started playing from the back, and it's like within that range, from the back of F, G, B to C, D, you can, man, I'm talking about it sound good. You can play any, you can make a lead or whatever. I gotta go upstairs. But I'm gonna come back for part two, man. My battery about to die. But this was really about my update on the record. And I was telling y'all, I got all my, well, I got about 8 songs typed in my notes. All right. And it's like, I got all my chorus lines. I'm off paper now with chorus lines. So I done this process about 12 times since I've been here. I recorded 13 records, technically. But they only released 11 of my records. One of them didn't get released. Well, this is going to be the 13th record, so this is a significant record, you know, in my history, career, or whatever you want to call it, my discography. And this going to be probably my greatest one because the sounds on this record is unbelievable, man. It's like where I left off at, and y'all heard the sounds. And I just made one more additional track for this first record. And then it's like the next one after this. Oh my God, I'm already studying FL Studio 25, 24, whatever it is. And it's going down. I'm telling y'all, man. So if y'all need a producer, holler at your boy. I'm about to start charging $1,000 a beat. Now that's a light fee compared to how much I really can charge people. I know every instrument that they using out here. I'm talking about, man. It's like I'm him. That's all I gotta say. I'm him. When it comes to this right here, I'm Young Chop right now on the South Side, Washington Park. I don't think I ain't got nobody over there really that can, you know, mix it up like I can do it, and y'all gonna hear it. Wait till after this first record is over with. Me just come back. It's been 7 years since I, put something out, really. And I'm telling y'all, man, y'all stay tuned. Holla at your boy, I'm out.